Oh, hi.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is CKTCHAOTIC. Today I will be reading the Remarried Empress episode 103, 104, and 105. Let's get started! There's something I must confess to you, my queen. Huh? A confession? He has something else he wants to confess at this point? Boom, 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 boom. Is he going to tell me that he likes me? If you're referring to... oh, have you already guessed it? Not at all. I just thought that maybe there could be a slightly possibility or some chance that this might be the case. I'd expect no less from you. How many moves ahead are you? Well, though he has much to gain, he also has a lot to lose from this marriage. If I had to pick a reason why he'd actively consider such losses. But even then, it was just a very small possibility out of several. It's a pity that you've already worked it out because I wanted to surprise you. The day we get married will be the day you become the first empress of the Western Empire. Huh? My queen? My queen, do you not like this idea? The Remarried Empress, episode 103. People have always wondered why the Western Kingdom didn't become an empire, despite amassing enough power and wealth to do so. I was one of those people, and I still don't know why. Boom. The moment a kingdom becomes an empire, that is a historic occasion that will go down as a pivotal moment, not only in the history of one nation, but in history books across the world. I am standing right at the heart of this historic event. I'm going to become a good empress. Cabinet meetings records of the Western Kingdom. Your Majesty, a journalist from the Blue Tribune is here. Tribune? The Blue Tribune, they're the third publication to granted permission to report on the royal family. They're meeting me later than the other newspapers, so they're probably trying to attract people's attention with a story that's as sensational as possible. It's an honor to meet you, Your Majesty. I'm Mondre. As I work for the Blue Tribune, I have permission to report on the royal family and bring their news to the people. It's nice to meet you. Your Majesty, abilities and reputations are well known even throughout the Western Kingdom, so Your Majesty will probably be a good queen. However, I do have some concerns. The fact that Your Majesty has gained such reputation as an empress also means that you must have a lot of affections for the Eastern Empire. This is a more difficult topic than I had anticipated. This won't be a problem if this never happens, but won't it put you in a difficult position? If the Eastern Empire and the Western Kingdom end up competing over the same thing? That's just a good question. Cool. Arione? I think Lady Rashta was angry because I spoke out of turn. Really? I'm supposed to go on leave starting from now. Should I just not go? Lady Rashta will probably get even angrier if I go on leave after I made a mistake like that, right? You're going to be much busier in the future. You'll be busy preparing for the wedding, and things will become even more hectic on the day itself. Also, you'll be working even harder after the wedding since you'll have to serve the new empress. So you should go on leave now. You took your time. How's life in the palace? When I recently saw the people there, they all looked healthy and well. What's wrong? Is it tough working there? Or are the people who work there longer being rude to you? That's not it. I think Lady Rashta is mad at me. She is? Why? I said something to console her, but I think I made her more upset instead. She's probably feeling sensitive because she has a lot on her plate, so just accept it and move on. It's not like there's another alternative besides getting over it anyway. That's true. It looks like you took a shine to Lady Rashta after meeting her in person. Of course, she said she was on the commoner's side without hesitation. She says it proudly, like she didn't care what the nobles thought of her. She's really amazing. The nobles probably looked down on her. She may have recovered her status as a noble woman, but she grew up as a commoner. Lady Rashta will become a symbol of hope for us commoners. Oh, goodness. Plus, that's what she announced she'll do. That's why we have to support her from the inside and outside the palace. Delice? Are you listening to me? You think you know His Majesty better than his own wife, do you? Yeah, sure. To be continued. Won't it put you in a difficult position if the Eastern Empire and the Western Kingdom end up competing over the same thing? That sort of situation is very unlikely. Even if that kind of scenario were to happen, I don't think I would be the one who would decide on the outcome. The Queen's primary role isn't dealing with foreign affairs. It is about shaping domestic policy. My plan to invite Grand Duke Kaufman and initiate an international trade isn't an issue where I would have to decide between the two nations either. The Eastern Empire may be disappointed afterwards, but I am simply pursuing a deal that fell through because Sovieshu backed out, only this time from the Western Kingdom. At least that's how it appears on the surface. Thank you for agreeing to the interview, Your Majesty. If something like that really were to happen, I wouldn't be able to just ignore the situation. Your Majesty? The ladies-in-waiting who served you in the Eastern Empire have reached the capital. The Remarried Empress 104. Laura! Countess Gilbert! Oh, she is hugging them. I'm so sorry I took so long to get here. I had difficulty convincing my parents to let me go. My arrival at the Imperial Palace was also delayed because I had to sort out a few things. Oh dear, I meant the Royal Palace. I'm just not used to saying that. You'll be able to call it the Imperial Palace soon enough. I'm glad you're here. Attention. Let me introduce you to the ladies who are helping me here, Rose and Mastas. I'm Her Majesty's temporary lady-in-waiting, Rose Quevel. I'm Mastas Violet. I'm Laura of the Talatel family from the Eastern Empire. I'm Jameen Rosie Jobert. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. I've made you some fragrant tea. It's over there. Oh my, thank you. Rose and Mastas have become good friends of mine. But I can't forget about the long period of time that I've spent with Laura and Countess Jobert, especially because they supported me during my darkest moments. I'm so glad these reliable ladies have finally gathered in one place. Your Majesty, what's the matter? You have a guest, and I'm sure you'll be happy to see. Could it be? Huh? Duchess Twania! Oh my. I'm not Duchess Twania any longer. Oh, that's right. I'm just not used to saying that. Then what do I used to address her by her first name, which when we were alone, but if she's married Viscount Landre, please call me Nian. I got sick of marriage. Then what about Viscount Landre? We're just lovers. We'll probably get married if I'm expecting, as we can't let the child be born out of wedlock. However, unless something like that happens, I want things to be the way they are now. I see. By the way, what have you been doing since we last met? No one knew where you were. I've been traveling everywhere. I visited many different countries. Wasn't it tiring? I was only traveling for a few months. It was actually lots of fun. I was incredibly surprised when I heard that Your Majesty had remarried. Anyway, judging by how you even used the press to find me, I assume there's something you'd like me to do for you, Your Majesty. Very clever, very smart of her. Henry's brother passed away at a young age, so the former queen, Lady Rashta, is also very young. It seems like she was very qualified to be a queen. Oh dear. They don't have the position of Queen Dowager or anything similar in the Western Kingdom, do they? That's right. And on top of that, it seems that Lady Rashta acted in place of the queen before I arrived since Henry was unmarried. She must have a great deal of supporters. So what is it that you would like me to do? I am in need of your talents. I would like you to take control of the high society of this kingdom. How are you this restless from not having seen her for one day? When you'll be seeing her for the rest of your life? We're newlyweds after all. Why don't you just spend time with me today since things ended up this way? Your Majesty. What is it? A group of knights have set up camp near the capital. However, the leader of those knights is... A transitional order of knights? Are you talking about the order of knights managed by the Wool Alliance? They weren't dispatched by the Alliance, and they can't just enter a nation's capital as they please. So for now, it has been decided that they should wait outside the castle. It appears that they are keen to return the favor. It would be quite awkward if they had come here after finding out about the decrease in mages. But if that person is the leader, there must be a sinister secret behind the innocent face. To be continued. The Order of the Shadow, also known as the Transitional Order of Knights, not restricted to one nation, is an order of knights that is managed by an alliance of various countries in the continent of Wool. The leader of the alliance has the power of summoning them in the event of an emergency. The order is made up of 10 divisions. 3 divisions only follow the orders of the leader of the Wool Alliance. The other 7 divisions act relatively independently. However, even if they act freely, I don't think they ever acted in a way that wasn't conductive towards maintaining the peace of the continent. Clap. They led by someone that young. Clap, clap. He looks so innocent. True to their name, they rarely show themselves in public, so it's surprising that they requested an audience with me where they can be seen by other people. It's been a while since I last saw you. I'm Landre, the leader of the 5th Division of the Order of the Shadow. Landre? What brings you to my kingdom? My people feel uneasy because of your presence. You may need to leave depending on your answer. Queen Navier once saved my life. I wish to repay her for what she's done for me. Her Majesty saved him. Repay? Her Majesty, how? You brought your division here to repay her, and you arrived unannounced. I could not send a word in advance because I was in a rush to get here. With your permission, my knights and I plan to guard Her Majesty until official guards are appointed to her. She'll be able to keep an order of knights whose main role is to maintain peace across the continent as her personal guards. My queen is amazing. I suggest you ask her directly. The Remarried Empress, episode 105. I see. That's good to hear. If it had been me who had accomplished this, the flowers in the garden have bloomed beautifully, haven't they? Huh? Arrange them in a flower basket and send it to Lady Navier. Oh my, you're sending her a gift before she does? Why would your majesty do that? It's a great opportunity to enhance the reputation of the Western Kingdom. As a former queen, it's appropriate that I congratulate her when she has done well. It doesn't matter whether I like her or not. It's no use even if your majesty tries to be nice to her. She has no intentions of becoming friends with your majesty. That's true. In fact, I heard she recently contacted Miss Merlani so they could meet. You're not the queen anymore, Lady Krista. So it seems that Lady Navier intends to make Miss Merlani one of the people on her side. It would appear that Lady Navier clearly considers me to be her enemy. Had His Majesty married a lady from our kingdom, she would have been in the palm of our hands, no matter how impressive she was. Plus, His Majesty is widely known to be a womanizer, so a queen who had entered a marriage of convenience would have been powerless since she would have been overshadowed by mistresses. Yet neither of those things have happened. You might not be able to force her out, but you can't let her gain power. You can't surrender high society to her as well. What can I possibly do? I will either be ridiculed by everyone or make His Majesty angry no matter how I deal with it. There's no harm in making ourselves look friendly, so I want everyone to do that. I'm here to repay you for your kindness, Lady Navier. I'm just happy that you and Lady Nian are here. I already feel supported just by having you both here. I'm sure you've already heard, but I brought my division with me. Please allow us to act as your personal guard. Huh? Does that mean it appears that they are keen to return the favor? Oh! I've been wanting to see if I could beat them. This is really great! Ho 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 ho! You're being rude to Her Majesty, Miss Mastas. I can make the duel unofficial then. That's not the issue here. The manner of repayment far exceeds the original favor. By the way, Your Majesty, are you not going to make Lady Nian your lady-in-waiting? I don't think she would be able to carry out these duties. That's true. Your Majesty, someone from the Eastern Empire is requesting an audience with you. My ladies-in-waiting are all here and so is Nian. If there's someone else who has come to see me from the Eastern Empire, then they must be... Oh, he finally arrived. Please don't tell me it's another cliffhanger. Oh, the glare is intense. I've been asked to come here by the Imperial Order to ask if you are settling in well, Lady Navier. I doubt that's all. And... She snatched it! Confidential, dear Navier. I heard that you knew that I'd be divorcing you in advance. I can't imagine how much of a shock that must have been for you. It's a pity that things turned out this way, but I never meant to deceive you. As you well know, we had not been blessed with a child for years, and it was unclear what would happen in the future. I'm sure you can very well guess how I felt. about not wanting to let my first imperial child that will be born during my reign be illegitimate, especially after my difficulty in fathering a child. It's my fault for not telling you the plan in advance and not asking for your understanding. But believe me on this, the current situation was only supposed to last for a year. I was planning on to return everything to the way it was afterwards. Oh. Another cliffhanger! I just want to know what Navier is thinking so bad after reading that section. Like, oh my god, I would be pissed. But hey guys, that's a major cliffhanger. It's so funny. Like I enjoy all these cliffhangers by far, but it just to wait. Oh my god. Alright guys, if you guys enjoy my webtoon reaction slash reading style, feel free to subscribe, leave a thumbs up, drop some comments, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!